Moments ago, President Trump weighing in on the Nancy Guthrie case, telling the New York Post he will instruct the Department of Justice to seek the death penalty on the potential captors if the 84-year-old grandmother is not returned safe and sound to her family. President Trump went on to tell the Post they will face, quote, the most severe federal consequences if Nancy is found dead. Which we are a long way from that point, Paul. So just sort of picking up where we left off, a lot of digital threads to pull. And do you think that ultimately it will be digital evidence that will help break the case, or do you believe it will be genetic evidence that will do so?
Ooh,
or both?
tough call. I mean, you know, one digital vector in this thing that we hadn't explored was if the purchase history that Walmart has, and the various Walmart stores have different metrics for how long they retain the video. So let's say it's outside the range of where they retain the video. Their video is going to be very much like the video that she had at her house, which is it's not actual video, it's code. So my point is you may have to do something similar with the, let's say they identify the purchase, but it's 3 months ago, but they only have 2 months worth of video recorded. You might have to do something like they did with Google, which is go in, see if you can retrieve enough of that code to build an image so we can get a look at this person. So that would be very key. And then the other thing, of course, is that with Donald Trump talking, you have to wonder if the case is about to go completely federal. I'm wondering what the jurisdiction would be. Yeah.
Donna, you broke the news that Harvey Levin claims he has a fourth email with someone who claims that he saw Nancy Guthrie south of the border. So a lot of information to sift through.
But he's still asking, like, I want to make sure that this is, you're really involved and you're not making this up. Right. Look, Savannah Guthrie went on TV or on her Instagram yesterday, and she is holding out hope. She said, it's not too late to basically give me back my mother and whatever the situation. I don't know how it ends from there. I think it's kind of interesting. They're flying planes in that area, looking for some kind of signals from pacemakers. Now, I think we've had doctors on who've basically said the pacemaker can work without the base. So she could be okay, right, Paul?
Yeah, it does work without it, yeah.
Okay, so, but I guess they can get a ping from a pacemaker?
It's hard, and it's very, very low energy. You got to know what you're looking for. Each pacemaker has an individual footprint. That's what they're looking for, the fingerprint of the pacemaker, but it's a very low energy thing, and that's why they're playing in all of this.
Why didn't they do that sooner?
Right.
Katie, let's get your thoughts.
Yeah, I would just say there's frustration on a lot of people's parts, mine included. You know, Tyler Robinson was found the next day, Brown University, 5 days, Luigi Mangione, 5 days. And then you even go to Kohberger, and Kohberger was 47 days. But Richard Kolko of the FBI told me this weekend that the Kohberger case, they actually knew who he was very, very quickly, and the sheriff was tight-lipped in that case, as he should have been. So frustration, and when you talk about Savannah's video, I think of all the ebbs and flows of this and how it's affected the American public and how that must affect her having hope and then having disappointment.
Final thoughts, Donna?
Yeah, I'm just surprised we didn't do some of this sooner. I think that's really interesting. We're watching these helicopters fly over low. Like you said, Paul, they're looking for something specific because more than one person there is going to have a pacemaker. So I really hope that some of these things that they've decided to do later, it's not too late. So let's hope that.
I'd be looking by storage locations. I think if the person lives in the area, you'd have to take that shot and see if they have, you know, they wouldn't want to bring her home. Right. And maybe they got a location. Remember the Brown University shoot?
Right.
Yes.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.